Hey guys, are you ready to learn our new Bible verse for this week? You should have gotten a little green card like this. It's for the Bible verse, why? Now our Bible verse this week is Ye are the light of the world, Matthew 5:14. So, our hand motions for this, we're going to point at Jesus because he's the light of the world. So, ye are the light. We're going to make our hands shine like lights of the world. And you're going to make a big world with your hands. That's Matthew 5:14. Are you ready to try it with me? Ye are the light of the world. Matthew 5:14. Let's try again. Ye are the light of the world. Matthew 5:14. Let's say it one more time. Ye are the light of the world. Matthew 5:14. So, we finished all of our stories about Jesus already. We've learned all the different Bible stories, so now we get to hear about different people who use the Bible to do exactly what we're supposed to do with it. You'll understand a little bit more in a minute. First, we get to hear a story about a little girl named Catarina. And it gives us a Bible verse so that we can think about the Bible verse while we listen to the story. The Bible verse is from Matthew 28:19. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Now, we'll understand that Bible verse a little bit more after we hear Catarina's story. Are you ready? So, if there was anything that Catarina wanted more than anything else, it was to go to Sunday school. Have you ever been to Sunday school? It's kind of fun, right? You get to learn all about Jesus, you get to be with your friends, and you have a great teacher who tells you wonderful Bible stories. Well, Catarina really wanted to go, but she was not allowed to go. She wasn't sick, and it wasn't a bad weather day. The weather was beautiful and sunny, and she could see the class from her backyard. They were really close. Well, she's watching them. She's sitting in her kitchen, and she's watching all these boys and girls gather around this palm tree. She sees the teacher talking to them, putting the lesson up on a tree so that all the boys and girls can see it. And she just wanted to be with them. So she says, Mama, may I please go? I've been twice, and I'm fine. Mama says, it's not for our family. No, move along, baby. I got some cooking to do. So she was very sad, but she listened. So she went off, and she started to cry. She ran out the porch, out the kitchen onto the porch, and a tear started to fall. She ran past her dad, and some more tears started to fall, and she was crying. Her dad looked at her, and he said, "What's the matter?" Her dad's asking her, and she says, "I just want to go to Sunday school. I want to hear those Bible stories." Well, her dad said, "Okay, go on then. If you want to go, you may go 10 times. 1 time for each of your different fingers. But go quickly, they're about to get started." So she was so excited, she ran as fast as she could. And she listened carefully and remembered every word that the teacher told her. This is the Sunday school teacher pinning up the lesson. She listened carefully, and she went for the next Sunday, and the next Sunday, and the next Sunday, until she had heard 9 stories for 9 different fingers. Now she was so excited to go the last week and hear the 10th story for 10 fingers. She was very excited, but right before the last Sunday, something happened. Her family had to move, and they went to a completely new village. The village was a lot like her old village, except for one thing. there was no Sunday school. And nobody in the new village even knew what it was. Catarina tried asking. She says, you know where the teacher pins up the lesson on the palm tree? All the boys and girls sit down and listen. And she told him about it. And she says, then you hear Bible stories. She says, I've been before, and I already know 9 stories for 9 fingers. And the boys and girls, they said, that does sound fun. I want to do that. And they told her, Catarina, you should be our Sunday school teacher. And you can tell us about Jesus. So Catarina did just that. She thought it was a great idea. So she had all the children sit in a circle. She pinned up her own piece of paper on her own palm tree. And she says, imagine this. Think that on this paper, there is a shepherd and a sheep. And all of a sudden, it's very, very dark. And then it's a great light shines. And the angels appear. And they tell the shepherds about Jesus' birth. And she tells them all about how it happened and where they came from, and she even told them about Jesus. Catarina told them it was her first story for her first finger. And they said, Catarina, tell us more. We love your story. And she told them story after story of all that Jesus had done. And she even told them about his death on the cross. Well, tomorrow you'll hear about something special that starts to happen with her stories.